first section has questions about perceptions of school. This means how you feel about school. In this first section, please give your opinions about the school in general so that we can better understand your experiences. Number 1, how positive or negative is the energy of the school? Positive means that you feel very good in the school, and negative means that you feel really badly at the school. If you feel very negative, you would click on the far left, or somewhat negative, or slightly negative, or neither negative nor positive, slightly positive, somewhat positive, or very positive. Number 2, how often do your teachers take time to make sure you understand the material? If your teacher always takes time to make sure you understand the material, you would click on the far right. Or if they frequently help you make sure you understand the material, that's right here, frequently. Sometimes, once in a while, or almost never. Number 3, how often do your teachers make you explain your answers? That they ask you to explain your thinking, they ask you to write your thinking, they ask you to talk to your partner about your thinking. If you almost always are asked by your teacher to explain your answers and explain your thinking, you would click here almost always, or frequently, sometimes, once in a while, or almost never. Number 4, how fair or unfair are the rules for the students at this school? How fair or unfair are the rules for the students at the school? If you find the rules very fair, you would click here. If you think they're somewhat fair, you would click here. If you find them very unfair, you would click here, and then you've got some other choices in between. Number 5, when you feel like giving up, how likely is it that your teachers will make you keep trying? That when you say, I want to give up, that your teacher will say, keep trying. If your teacher always asks you to keep trying, you would click extremely likely. If your teacher a lot of times asks for you to keep trying, even when you feel like giving up, you would click here. And way over here means that your teacher doesn't care if you keep trying or not. Number 6, at your school, how much does the behavior of other students hurt or help your learning? How much does the behavior of other students hurt or help your learning? When we say that the behavior of other students is hurting your learning, it means that someone is disrupting the classroom so that you can't learn very well, or the way that someone's treating you or the way that someone's talking to you is making it hard for you to learn. If you feel that way, then you would be down here, saying that the behavior of other people or the attitudes of other people is making it hard for you to learn. On the other hand, we also say that sometimes other students help our learning. Maybe the way that when you talk to them about your book, or you talk to them about your math, or you talk to them about your writing, you find that your work is getting even better because of your conversations with other kids, or because they're helping you. So if you find that other kids are helping your learning a lot, you would be down here. Number 7, overall, how high are your teacher's expectations of you? If your teacher expects a lot of you, that's down here. If your teacher doesn't seem to expect much of you, that would be way down here. Number 8, how often do your teachers seem excited to be teaching your classes? That they are excited about what they are teaching you, that they're excited to see you, they're excited to work with you, excited. If they're almost always excited, you're here. If they're frequently excited, they're here. And if they never seem interested in what they're teaching, or talking to you, that would be down here. Number 9, how much do your teachers encourage you to do your best? Encourage means that with the way they speak to you, with the way they smile at you, with the way they teach you, that they are always wanting you to do just a little bit better. If you find a lot of encouragement from them, you would click down here, encourage me a tremendous amount. Or if they encourage you quite a bit, that's here, encourage me some. Or if you don't feel that the teacher is offering any encouragement, then you would click down there. To encourage is to make you feel better about achieving what you want to achieve, about reaching your goals. The next section is called Feelings About Being at School. Number 10, how often are people disrespectful to others at school? To respect someone is to treat them the way that they want to be treated. Disrespectful to others could be disrespectful to students, speaking to other students in a way that they should not, or touching other students in a way that they should not, or talking to adults in a way that they should not. If there's a lot of disrespect, you would be down here. If there is some disrespect, people treating someone the way they should not be treating them, that's here. And if mostly it's respectful, people are treating people the way they should, that's here. If it's mostly respectful, it would be over here. Number 11, how much support do the adults at your school give you? Support means help, but it can be help with your learning, but also help with like your emotions. That if you needed help, that a teacher or an adult would help you, whether it's a counselor or the principal or your teacher. If you get a lot of help, or you feel that if you needed help that you would receive it, you would click down here. If you're getting some help, you would click here. And of course, if you felt that adults are not helping you, or if you needed help they wouldn't be able to help you, you would click down there. Number 12. If a student is bullied at school, how difficult is it for him or her to get help from an adult? You know what the word bully means. And this question is, if you needed help with bullying, how difficult would it be to get help? If you think it would not be difficult to get help, that when you ask for it, that adults would help you, you would click not at all difficult. And if you thought if you needed help, it would be a little bit difficult to get help, you would click somewhat difficult. And if you thought if you needed help, it would be very, very hard to get help from adults, you would click extremely difficult. Number 13, how well do people at your school understand you as a person? To feel understood means that you feel that people get you, that when you talk, people understand you, that you feel like there's people around you that accept you as you are. If you feel understood by people around you, people get you, you would click that they completely understand. It says understand quite a bit, most of the time. And if at school you don't feel that people understand you, get you, listen to you, you would click down here or down here for not understand at all. Number 14, how likely is it that someone from your school will bully you online? Online, of course, means on the internet. Extremely likely, quite likely, somewhat likely, slightly likely, not likely at all. 15 says, how often do you worry about violence at your school? Violence means like fighting and hitting, physical violence. This says that you would always worry about violence, that you would sometimes worry about violence, that you would never worry about violence, never worry that there would be a fight or that someone could get hurt. In a purposeful way. Violence does not mean accidental injury. Number 16, how much respect do students at your school show you? As you know, respect means to treat people the way that you want to be treated, that they listen to you, that they speak with kindness towards you. If you're getting a lot of respect from students, you would click right here. If you're getting quite a bit of respect, you would click here. Some respect, a little bit of respect. Or if you feel that students were disrespectful to you, then you would click down here. Number 17, how often do students get into physical fights at school? Physical fights, that's what this question is about. Almost always, sometimes, almost never. Number 18, overall, how much do you feel like you belong at your school? The sense of belonging means that you feel comfortable. You feel like you have a place there. Completely belong, belong quite a bit, belong somewhat, belong a little bit, do not belong at all. The last section has 4 more questions about your teachers. Number 19, how respectful are your teachers towards you? The teachers speak to you in a kind and respectful tone. That the way that they treat you is the way that you should be treated. This is very respectful, extremely respectful, quite respectful, somewhat respectful, slightly respectful, or not respectful at all. So you have very respectful speech and attitude from your teachers to you on the far right, and disrespectful speech and tone and attitude from your teachers to you on the far left. If you walked into class upset, how concerned would your teachers be? Concern means that they would worry, that they would care, that you were unhappy, and they would want to do something to help you to feel better. If your teacher would be worried and concerned, if you were having a bad day, you would click here, quite concerned, somewhat concerned, slightly concerned, not at all concerned. Number 21, when your teachers ask, how are you? How often do you feel that your teachers really want to know your answer? This question is talking about that when teachers or adults at school ask you how you're doing, if you feel like that they really care how you're doing, you would click almost always or frequently. If they ask you how you're doing, but you don't think they really care, then you would click almost never, once in a while, or sometimes. Number 22, how excited would you be to have your teachers again? Meaning that you like your teacher, and if you could have your teacher again another year, it would be nice for you. Extremely excited, quite excited, somewhat excited, slightly excited, or not excited at all.